First game back after the Olympic break for Clark and the Fever facing the Mercury. Good vibes before the game began, and Clark got off to a good start, rocking the suburbs just like Quiet Riot did. She's a 33% three-point shooter in her rookie year. Lately, taking the ball to the rim and one. She averages 35 minutes a night in the 40-minute WNBA games. How about another and one? She was 9 of 10 from the line. She shoots 89% from the line. Fever, great start. They're up by 11. Remember, they began the year 1-8 in their first 9. They're 10-7 since coming into this one. Clark, first player, W history, 450 points, 200 apples in a 27-game span. MVP discussion will start to bubble here. Squish. Top 8 in this 12-team league make the playoffs. Indiana is 7th. They have 13 games left after tonight. She averages 8.2 assists. Should reach double figures again in this one. Alyssa Smith with a real strong finish. And again, how about a first half of 15-5? Tyrese Halliburton tweeted about Clark's insane performance while he was at the arena watching.
Yeah, he won a gold medal. There's still people upset that Caitlin Clark wasn't on the U.S. Olympic team in the third. 28-point lead for the Fever has been trimmed to 10, and then look out, Booch, Natasha Cloud and Mitchell getting into it. You could understand the chippiness. Again, one team was down by 28, and the team that was up 28 had it cut to 10, so you could sense the frustration boiling on both sides. Double technical. Now they're trying to cut this thing into single digits, and they will. Sophia Cunningham in the corner for 3 from 28 down to 7 for the Mercury, who are rebuilt, new coach, new GM, new roster. Copper got it. A clutch 3. And the Mercury are right back in this game. As they tweeted out. Again, 28-point deficit, the largest ever overcome in any WNBA game in the 28-year history of the league. Caitlin Clark's like the only person making history tonight is me. Fever up 5. And then Clark, the Katie Lou Samuelson, the former UConn star. And now it's comfortable. Fever back up by 8 after 3. But again, it was shaved from 28. Phoenix actually took the lead, and now it's comfortably in control, you would think, for Clark. It's double digits. Caitlin Clark, John, has been playing basketball uninterrupted since last November.
Yeah.
She needed that 1 month break, right? She went all the way through the season, the Final Four, the draft, the season, and now she can sort of feel it on her way. 2 years ago, the Fever won 5 games. 5! And then they drafted Aaliyah Boston, first overall, and they drafted her first overall. Good night. Caitlin Clark with another 25, 5, and 10 games. Fever, hold on. This taught this one a lot about her team.
We didn't crumble. We had a few lapses that it didn't look very pretty for us, but we always found a way to respond. And honestly, I thought we played a really good fourth quarter and came up with stops when we needed it. It's huge. I think it sets the tone of where we want to be the rest of the season. So to grind this one out and get it done, I think is just a step in the right direction. But it's one at a time, and we have another big one Sunday.
You can't say enough about the numbers. She broke the assist record in her last game. Remember what a big deal that was with 19? She's now scored or assisted on the most points in any 2-game span in W history. She passed Diana Taurasi. Only seems fitting she shared the court with Diana on this night. Over the last 2 games, Clark has scored or assisted on a mind-boggling 62% of her team's points. It is a pleasure to be joined by Carolyn Peck, celebrating the 25th anniversary of her NCAA championship. Coaching Purdue, also a great coach in the W, and it's great to have you here tonight. All right, so we just went through the swing of emotions in the game here, Coach. Up 28, down 1, rally to win. You heard Caitlin talk about it. When a team rallies to win a game like that after facing the adversity that they did of blowing a lead like that, what does that generally tell you about that group?
Zubin, the biggest thing it's telling me is that Indiana's growing up, because we saw in the first half of the season there were opportunities. Indiana had a chance to win, but they crumbled when the game got tight. So to be able to get off to such a great start, really deliver the first punch, and then when Phoenix punched back, they were able to hold on, and especially on the backs of Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. I like leaving them both on the floor and putting the ball in the hands of Caitlin Clark and trusting her to make the decisions down the stretch. And when she did that, you could see the team had confidence around her. And Kelsey Mitchell, she wants the ball in those situations. And I believe that's why it was Indiana that was able to hold on down the stretch and pull off the win.
All right, so the WNBA regular season ends a month from this Monday. And if you take a look at the schedule that they've got coming up here, the Fever, they're saying, analytics, this is all in quotes because you never know what could happen, they do have among the easiest schedules in the W. You're looking at it here right over my shoulder. What do you expect to see? Let's just remember, folks, 2 years ago, this team won 5 games, then they added 2 #1 overall picks. And here they are. But how do you see it here, last half dozen games in a fight for the playoffs?
I don't know what these analytics are looking at because Seattle is number 5, and they just fell to Atlanta. Hey, Ryan Howard's back. She had 30 points tonight in the combination of her and Alicia Gray. So that's a tough game. Then the Minnesota Lynx. That's a tough team as well. Nafisa Collier is back. You got to play Minnesota. So you have Atlanta, Minnesota. Then you got to play Dallas. And you know who's back for Dallas? Satu Sabali. So I think Dallas, don't look at the record because having her the length of what Dallas has. And then in September, you know who they've got to play? Indiana has to play the Las Vegas Aces twice. And now they have Chelsea Gray back.
Right.
And so with Chelsea Gray back, look, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, their percentages have gone up. And we can't even say enough about what Asia Wilson has already done this season. She didn't let up in Paris, and I expect nothing less from her in this second half of the season.